Hi, I'm Kelly Marie, the host of That's What I'm Talking About, and just a few fun things. Shark Week. Don't forget, it's Shark Week. And I just have one joke to start off with, and I hope you like it. The shrimp and the crab walk into a bar. Who leaves first? Neither. It was seafood night. Ha 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 ha. Had to do that. Sorry. It's just a stupid joke I made up a while ago. Oh, I'm by my I love this. It's a Wyland painting, and I'm sitting in my kitchen, and I just thought it'd be nice to be here. So anyway, I don't want to get distracted. I have had a long, long day, and I just had a phone call a little while back, and it was all about assessments and property taxes. And I thought, hey, I'm going to record my phone call that I have here. So I hope it's okay. But anyway, I'd like to share it with you here on That's What I'm Talking About because I thought it was quite interesting. And spoiler alert, San Bernardino County is the largest county in Southern California, or actually in California altogether. And California's super big, right? So I want to give you how much the county has assessed for the bill that everyone has to pay, all the assessed taxes for the property taxes of it would be real property, and that includes if you have an airplane or a boat or a sea-doo or a mobile home. So the value, and I'm going to just totally do a spoiler alert in case you're just clicking through and you don't want to watch the actual information, which I think is quite interesting. I'm such a nerd. I always like to listen to this stuff. So, ready? Drum roll. It's over 300 billion dollars. 300 over. So you're going to have to listen to it. It's only 8 minutes. I think it's worth it. And there are some helpful tips that you might like. So enjoy. Enjoy. This is a public service announcement or podcast, whatever you want to call it. May God bless you, because that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
In the community have asked some questions in advance, so he's going to tee those up for us. Also, remind you, press 0 on your phone, whether it's a mobile phone or a landline, to join the call, and you'll be able to get into the queue to ask your question. You'll still be able to hear the conversation. So look forward to hearing that. So Supervisor Hack, it's over to you. Well, thank you. It's an honor to be on with Assessor Gonzalez, and I'm picking one first because I get a lot of questions as a county supervisor is, how do things work? So tell us, what does the assessor do, first of all?
Well, I'll tell you, the assessor does a lot of wonderful things that impact virtually every facet of a person's life. We start out by locating and identifying all taxable properties. And that encompasses all 22,000 square miles of our great county. Everything is accessible unless it is specifically excluded by law, either the federal government or state government. We establish the assessed value of the properties, and we also complete both annual and supplemental assessment rolls. These are key relative to a minimum of over 900,000 parcels with minimum of 72 appraisal staff, 7 district offices, an annual assessment roll which is delivered on June 30th, as I was very proud and happy to deliver to our auditor, controller, treasurer, tax collector, Ensign Mason on the morning of July 1st. And the 2025 roll value was based at $361 billion for 2025.
That's awesome. And it's not just physical, real property. You have to assess other things like planes and other things, right?
We assess mobile home parks. We assess, there's an aviation component. There are ski-doos. There are boats. There's a variety. Anything that ultimately is real property, secured property, unsecured property comes under the auspice of the assessor, recorder, and clerk.
What a big do with the largest county there is. So what is it? A lot of people ask me, what's property tax exemption and why is it important for homeowners?
The property tax exemption reduces the assessed value of a person's home, of a property owner's home, which what it means is it lowers their property tax bill. These exemptions are specifically designed to help groups like veterans, seniors, persons with disabilities. In this way, they can keep more of their income.
That sounds great. And I know that we have a very strong support for our veterans here, and our disabled veterans has an exemption too. How much can they save on that?
There's a $7,000 assessed value reduction. There are certain conditions, requirements. The home must be owned and occupied and be the principal place of residence. The new property owners will automatically receive an exemption application by mail, which is really nice. And current owners have a filing deadline of every February 15th, and it must be occupied. The home must be occupied as of the 1st of January of that given year. New homeowners, there's a new 30-day deadline from their supplemental assessment. They will receive a supplemental assessment notice from our office. All of these are big, important concerns for many of our veterans, for many low-income impacted veteran families, and we're always ready to help. I'd like to share the website that people can go to. They are welcome to come on over to arc.sbcounty.gov. All right, and the phone number. We are happy to answer any phone calls and walk people through the exemption. Phone calls 877-885-7654.
And I will say that, us as supervisors, we get a lot of our residents call into our district office, and when they have questions like that, we've referred them to your office, and the response from your team, your staff, has been exceptional. So thank you for doing that, because it's important that, people have questions, they get answers, and you have the response that you have from your team has been really great for us.
Well, I'll tell you, you've been awesome. Your office has been awesome in referring these concerned residents and property owners over to my offices, and we're happy to help. We always walk them through if there's something they don't understand or they need additional information. We actually would like to make sure that they receive all of that. And on that note, I would say that if anyone out there would like to ask a question during the event, just press 0 on your keypad, and a staff member will collect your question so that as we go along in the program, there will be a live interaction with our public.
Thank you, Josie. The next question is, how does income affect the benefit level for disabled veterans exemption?
There are 2 tiers. One for low-income households and one for all others. If your total household income is below $78,718 for 2025, and I say that because the amount is updated annually by the state of California, then the property owner, the veteran, and his family may qualify for the higher exemption amount of up to $262,950, and that's per year.
That's great. And are surviving spouses of disabled veterans eligible for this exemption?
Yes. Surviving spouses are eligible of disabled veterans as long as they have not remarried. That is very important.
That's great. So you already talked about your website and you talked about your team, the phone call and stuff. If a homeowner isn't sure what exemptions they may qualify for, where should they start?
Well, I'll tell you what. All they got to do is pick up the phone, call 877-885-7654, or go to the website at arc.sbcounty.gov, and there are loads of information there. There's points where they can interact on the website and receive more information, but we're happy to answer our calls. We always have people on standby, ready and able and willing to help.
Thank you, Assessor Gonzalez. All right, thank you, Supervisor Hagman and Assessor Gonzalez. We're now going to take a few questions from the audience. So I'm going to